Hello everyone, after a couple of weeks of pause, here we are to go through everything that made the headlines at HeliSimmer.com. Welcome to episode 201 of the weekly FlyBy. We learned about the BK117 project for Microsoft Flight Simulator back in March, and at the time Benedict told us he was looking for help to make this a community project. Unfortunately, that help didn't arrive, but Benedict did not give up and kept working on the 3D model. I've also been trying to reach out to some developers and gauge their potential interest in grabbing this project, but also unfortunately this is harder than it may look like, as companies that are already working on projects are busy exactly because they are working on stuff already, and reliable new developers are hard or even impossible to find right now. Benedict sent me a few screenshots of the BK117 and the progress he has been making is fantastic, but he still needs help. I'm hoping to get some good news from the last company I reached out to see if we can get him the support he needs to speed up development and bring it to higher standards, becoming a payware project. Right now it's just full steam ahead, enjoying working with Blender and bringing the BK117 up to shape. Again, if you believe you are able to help, here is your chance. Reach out to Benedict at his Discord server or reach out to me directly and I will get you in touch with him. You can contact me through the email address on your screen. In case you didn't know, the models made for FSX P3D and X-Plane for the Bell 429er started with a model created by Sergio Kaufman and then adapted by George Arana from Eagle Rotorcraft Simulations and Tom Woods. Why is this relevant for this new Bell 429er that is coming to Microsoft Flight Simulator by JXT? Well, it is because JXT is using the same model with permission from the authors, and yes, it will also be freeware. This is JXT's first project for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and the one-man team says it's a hybrid of the FSX and X-Plane models with the according changes and adaptations. JXT is adapting the FSX XML gauges, and admittedly this may be the weakest point, so any help from the community would be welcome. If you can help, please feel free to ping me and I will get you in touch with JXT. There is good news for the livery artists out there, as JXT said to be confident all X-Plane liveries will work with minimal wrangling, since just converting them in livery files will do. JXT tried really hard to make the 2D art as compatible as possible. In case you are curious about having the possibility of having both the skids and wheel versions, the goal right now is to release the one with skids, but there's a chance that JXT will work on the wheel version in the future as well, but no promises at this point are being made. Right now the plan is to have a beta version out in a few weeks. Nimbus Simulations has announced to be working on updating their Huey for X-Plane 12, but we haven't heard anything from the team for some time. Well, it's almost ready, but almost can be a bit relative sometimes, especially if you need to juggle several projects and keep your company afloat. I reached out to Nimbus Simulations about the Huey and the company said it's actually almost ready, with the flight dynamics needing some tuning and the firefighting module needing some work as well, since it's not working on the latest version of Laminar Research's sim. Weight and balance also needs to be brought into the X-Plane 12 standards. But Nimbus Simulations also has other projects being worked on, and those will bring some cash flow into the company, so priorities need to be established, as companies need cash flow of course to keep afloat, which means that we will need to wait a bit longer. Eagle Dynamics has released multicrew for the Mi-8 MTV2 Magnificent 8. The Mi-8 finally got multicrew. My good friend Belgio nudged me towards this news, so thank you very much there, sir, and I know he's happy as I am about this. I am sure a lot of us are, as we will be able to finally share the cockpit of the almighty Mi-8 with up to 3 other players, the cockpit crew and side gunner. You can check out the full changelog on our website, link is in the video description. Version 2.66 of the FlyInside Bell 47 for Microsoft Flight Simulator is out with a lot of fixes and changes, and I do mean a lot. FlyInside states that this new version will make your 47 feel like a whole new bird. You may also be glad to know that there's now an optional IFR panel with a CDI, DG and ASI, as well as a Garmin GNS 430, and she does feel like a new bird. There's a lot going on and you should check it out if you haven't already. You can find a link to the full changelog on our website. One of the weirdest looking and coolest really helicopters is under work, the Kamax K-Max for Microsoft Flight Simulator. This is one of those helicopters that you either love or hate it. It looks weird with the intermeshing rotor system. I'm always expecting the rotor blades to smash against each other and just break into little pieces, but they don't, of course, and this thing is a beast. Alright, it's not a Chinook-like beast, but it's a beast nonetheless, and it is used on a lot of heavyweight assignments. As for the Microsoft Flight Simulator project, Arcade, the person behind it, which is another one-man team, is very passionate about helicopters and of course the Kamax. But that doesn't mean he's new to development, as he is the author of KTTB Throttle for Microsoft Flight Simulator. The focus right now is on the 3D model, but the Kamax already flies in the sim, although it is in very early stages of development, with the majority of the work being done on the gauges nowadays. As for if this will be a free or payware model, it is not decided yet. When asked about the team, Arcade says that he is working alone, but he would be open to a partnership. Remember, you have the option to catch up on any of the 200 episodes on this series through our convenient playlist. Take a look and ensure you haven't missed anything intriguing over the past few weeks that could be of great interest to you. I will see you on the next video. Until then, take care and fly safe.